Hey you guys, it's me Max, and today we have something a little special, and I'm sorry if this is actually very cluttered. Now, today we're going to do a little bit of casting of this. Where's my friend? Where is Tyler? Oh, Tyler is going with a jungle Rengar. Now, Tyler, if you all don't know, is a just very close friend to me. He's probably my best friend, I'd say. And I was going to record LOL today, and I figured, why not? Well, I can record, a game, and then try and commentate over it. Or at least, watch his play, I suppose. Now, with that little standard intro stuff out of the way, and while we wait for the delay to kind of take over and do its thing. Now, let's see our matchups here. Now, we have a Shin in the top lane, a Quinn Malphite, a Quinn LeBlanc. I don't know. No idea, because these people can both go mid. So, fucking we'll see. Against a Singed top lane, a jungle Nasus, forgive me, a Sona Varus combo, and a Swain middle lane. They have a lot of Ghost on their team, which can be either good or bad, depending on the team. Now, and Tyler, of course, is going jungle Rengar. Now, let's see if we can actually... For anybody who doesn't know his abilities, just do a basic little hover over. He isn't anything too special. And if you all don't know him, then you probably should. Now, let's see what runes he's using. Going with Draven with health, physical damage, and armor. And jungle AD. 9, 12, 9. Not bad. Alright, you guys, now, I'll probably cut it right here so I make sure the recording doesn't get messed up. So, I'll see you guys in just 1 second. Alright, you guys, and we're back just as I promised. Now, for the perspective of this game, we are going to focus mainly on Tyler, our Rengar, who's our friend. We've already been provided all of the compositions here. So, let's do this real fast and put the camera on Tyler. Now let's see how he opens. Of course, machete 5 pots, as you do. Now, will he start a red or blue start? This will...
Welcome to
Nope, it's going to be a red start because he starts walking right here. If you're going to be blue, you'd be like right here, right about now. So, not too terrible. And of course, everybody else. So, we have 2 red starts. I believe NASA doesn't work as well on a red start as it does a blue start, but that's alright. It is not terrible, I suppose. Now...
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, let's see. Let's actually see how... Because, again, main point of this... Turn. 5. Keep on him. Oh, do I have to... Well, that's irritating. Now let's see how much he has. He has 74 AD, 1 ability power, which is odd, but it's fine. Attack speed, MR magic. Alright, and we already...
Minions have
he is running very offensive,
I think I'll take it.
Damn. Running very offensive, runes. Masteries are kind of safer.
This is my kind of place.
Alright. And that support and Malphite's really OP. Because that makes total sense, right? And of course, you're safe with a leash. Which is just as you do. Alright, was that a smiteless? Nope, he's not. He got a smiteless, so he should be going directly to blue now. See how this is working. You know what? Yeah, we'll keep it like on him. Sorry, you guys, for the constant jumps.
Don't trip.
Nope. Oh, he's okay. He's building up ferocity stacks to hopefully get a solid gank on bottom. Now, let's see how this goes. Runs into the bush, the top. Here it comes. And oh, good bounce, but immediately forces the barrier and the flash. Does he? Oh, that might not be a good. Oh, well done. Forced summoners in bottom lane. Forced all of of bot lane summoner spells. Well done, well done. Now, realizes he's low, pops a health potion, has 2 right now. Ah, there we go. Hopefully he will be going for his blues soon enough.
Slow down.
Of course, just clearing camps as you do. Maybe right now going against the golems is not the best of ideas, as they are kind of tough and a little bit annoying to hit, but that's fine. And he went with the Savagery and Bolo Strike because he was going for a level 2 gank, which is the correct choice. It's just he doesn't have as much sustain as a result. Clearing out raids. He is getting dangerously low from all of these camps, and now he doesn't have potions. Oh, he might require a leash maybe on blue, because he might very well go down if he's not super careful. Don't go for it. Alright. That's good though. He is empowering the, he's using his ferocity bonus to use the battle roar, which is smart. I really hope he does not try and do this and die, because if he dies, I have this on camera. Alright. Now, while he's going back, let's look at the rest of the game. Ooh, nice top lane. Forces the ghost. Good job by the Shin. Opens a null magic mantle against the Singed. Is the Singed building any good amount of AP? Only has 4, but it doesn't scale all too well. And the Blanc versus Swain. How's that matchup going? 12 to 16. Kind of stagnant. Oh, is it going to happen? Nice first blood on the Swain. Very well done. Now that we got that back out of the way, we just got Tyler taking his blue. Now he went for a Spirit Stone first, which this might just be a me thing. I just don't like getting mana regen on champions that don't use mana. But that very well might be a personal preference. But it is a safer choice for the sustain that the regeneration gives you, so it's fine. Using the empowered heal as you do. Here, oh, Malphite is very well caught out. Good job on the flash, waiting until the wither is ended. Oh, and here, come on. Good pounce fight. Ah, yes, well done. Good pounce and bolo. Followed by the sigil by LeBlanc. Very well done by mid lane. Now, Quinn is going to get caught out. Flash is over, but will still die, more than likely to the wither. You shouldn't even try and fight this, really. Ah, that was just him getting caught out, to be entirely honest. A very avoidable play, but it happens to all of us. Now, and of course, hop back to our Tyler cam. He is level 5. How close? He is fairly close to level 6. He's about a quarter of the way there. Now, he could probably go and gank top if he really decided he wanted to. Seeing how Singed is pushed, does have wards, and is likely going to ward right now. Ah, he's going to replace the ward he had. Alright, so he's at least the Singed is smart and realizes that he is in fact pushing. And what did he go back? Ah, yes, his Bone Tooth Necklace. Of course, the unique item to Rengar and Rengar alone. Now, I'll just let you all read that, but it's one of those, if you play Rengar, that is basically a must that you have to pick up. Now, let's see. He's being surprisingly passive for Rengar, who can be an incredibly aggressive and very bursty jungle. But that's fine, he's probably just waiting for his ult to get up. Just Thrill of the Hunt, which can greatly increase his gank power, which is already fairly strong. I believe he's going... Ah, he's building up Ferocity to likely go in for a snare on the Bolo. But he's going to discover that Singed has his warded, and will... Yep. The massive pings. And they ping for help in mid lane, because LeBlanc is apparently getting pooped on by Swain. Which is a matchup that does make sense. Now, there is no ward by Swain, so here comes Tyler, still having the max ferocity built up. Now Nasus is waiting and can pull off a wither should the need be. The gank does kind of require Tyler to go in, but believe Swain just realized something was up. Now, goes back in, sees the gank. Oh, works. Oh, it doesn't use the snare. Instead uses it for the damage. Alright, well at least he was smart in realizing that not to chase is singed. But, here comes the Swain. Will he try anything? Will he? Here it comes. Something might happen here. Field. Oh, good snare. But here comes the Nasus if they decide to come in. Tyler is not ready to respond, so LeBlanc likely should not go on this. Now they would have... It appears they tried to time blue, but Rengar did not start blue. He in fact started red. So, a valiant effort. But, alas, for no reason. Ah, something in mid lane? Let's see if it will make anything happen here, because a good wither into snare combo from a root combo can almost ensure the kill at this point, really. Bottom lane, fairly stagnant, with Quinn winning convincingly against the Malphite, who isn't even level 5, so there's no real reason to have fear. Oh, good ult by the Varus, snares both of them, chains it, and Malphite is going to die. If not a double kill on bottom lane. Oh, here comes the dive in by Nasus. Will he go? No, he won't. Oh, Tyler is right here, and so is Swain. Realizes that's a 3-man gank on bottom, and likely not worth the point. Shin comes in, but for no reason. Now that was a, what, 3-for-1 trade? Honestly, I mean not 3-for-1, 2-for-1? Oh, good pounce. Too low. Swain is too big of a target right now. With his, he has so much regen. LeBlanc coming in to clean up and do work. Well done. And then Shin just teleports back top lane. And really doesn't lose out any farm, although Singed is winning in farm. Oh, not worth it though. Oh, good flash, but last tick of Ignite ends up picking up the kill. Now, let's see what Tyler went for. He went for Boots of Mobility. Now, I don't know if I like that pickup. It would make sense on the gank, but he's not being aggressive enough in his ganks, or often enough in his ganks really, to justify having it. Unless he starts making incredible plays. He's likely going to go top, if not take blue. Probably going to cover top, because blue will still be there in a minute. But it's likely going to go down if Singed really wants it to. But nope, he's going to proxy the farm. Which, oh, nope, never mind. Well, there's a bit of a mess up. Tyler could have totally at least snared him off of that tower. And maybe bought it another wave or so. But, alright, well Tyler's responsible. Already has a blue.
Blue team's turret.
Haha, ends up taking it. Varus is farming away, trying to regain his lead, which is happening. Varus is ahead. Overall, purple team is ahead by 2k gold, with, I believe, no dragons taken as of yet. Ah, this might be something happening. He'll have to respond right now if he wants to save this Blanc. Oh, it goes around the long way, but no tower dive by Nasus. He is going for a Spirit of the Ancient Golem, so he is looking for a little bit more health and tankiness to maybe pull off those dives. LeBlanc is landing out some good damage, but Singed did just show himself, showing that Singed is in fact missing, and Shin probably needs to take the tower or do extreme damage to justify the time. Ah, yes, and Nasus turning on his ult. Incredibly great for taking down objectives, such as Baron and Dragon. And they have a pink ward, so first dragon goes to the purple team, so... That's simply a lack of ward coverage, but of course that pink does kind of do that. But you could land one right here. Ult by Tyler comes in, gives a stealth. Good snare. Well done. Just chain CC'd by the team. Locked down the Nasus fairly well. Now, gold lead is still ahead, and it's still worth it because Nasus did end up securing the dragon by himself, so... Well, it is good that Tyler did pick up a kill and did do some damage. In the end, it wasn't necessarily helpful. Now, Tyler is likely going to come in and try and intercept a Singed if he decides to go for it. There is the goo, though. He needs to be careful of that. Oh, this isn't good. I was about to say. That was the right move there. You had no idea of knowing if that Singed was in fact alone, because Nasus was going back. And with no eyes, you couldn't safely do it. Excuse me, you guys. I have to just adjust myself really fast. Oh. Singed coming in some mad plays. Tyler's quick enough on the ball, he can respond right now when he shows up. Let the little wolf go, it'll be back. Shin's gonna die. Shin is pretty low and doesn't have a lot of energy. Oh, Tyler could have gone around, but likely he's going for the safer. Ghost is up and ult. I don't think they're going to be able to catch them. Oh, he is gooped. Here comes the flip. Well, oh, manages to get away in a moment's notice. The battle of the Ghost. And Renekton does get away. Not Renekton, Rengar. They're always the same to me in my mind. But no one dies. You did have two summoners and an ult blown, or a summoner and an ult versus just a summoner. So it's a slightly better trade. But oh, here comes Nasus with the tower dive, who is incredibly big right now. Has no fear and realizes that he can likely pick up this kill, if not maybe take the tower, if not do real damage to it. The attack reset with the Siphoning Strike can help to really burn down towers. Yeah, Tyler knows that he cannot do anything to this. He must simply try and get it off of the tower, if he so decides to even do that. The Blanc is trying to come in, but they very keenly have warded this particular area to watch for counterplays from the mid lane. The Blanc realizes it's warded, tries to go back. Will anything happen? Oh, something will. Goes on Rengar. Oh, fights alone though. Not a good idea. Realizes that, instantly backs away, but he did manage to make Nasus waste his ult, which is a very, very nice play. Sinjin is backing, but Nasus is also leaving, so likely nothing of note is going to happen. Now Tyler is likely going for a Brutalizer, but we have action in mid lane. Just too big. Oh, forces the LeBlanc passive. Swain is just a very, very big target right now. Can't really fight it all that often. But support Malphite hasn't really been doing much. Hasn't been doing nothing, just not much. Ward will point out the fact that he's trying to ward Dragon. They now know that it is gone. Oh, here comes the Singe dive on the middle lane. Will Tyler respond, or we'll just let... Yes, you have to let LeBlanc die at this point. If he would have responded to mid, they could have potentially given more kills to, say, Swain or Singed, and LeBlanc is not worth that much gold at this point. She is not doing well enough to justify really anything. So he was smart and just taking his red, going back and taking what he can. Oh, he went for a Spirit of the Lizard Elder, which would make sense. Now, oh, we have potential ganks. Malphite is waiting to go in and ult. Good ult position. Ah, amazing ult right there. Hopefully can pick up this. Come on, one single Q. Oh, the stun, the very choice stun will allow Varus to pick up the kill. Malphite should not be fighting this. Yep, especially with a Sona right there. Here comes Tyler to save the day. Goes on the Renekton. Oh, well done. Immediately bursts down. Sona wasted the ult. Bounces again. Come on, one more bounce. Well done, pickup. I mean, Malphite did kind of take the kill. About to say, this Malphite dies for no reason and gives up what little lead they have. Singed, just poison trailing like a pro. Gonna flip into the poison trail. Very rough. But Shin, smart, waits until his taunt is up to pass through him, and is going for a Wit's End. So he's looking to try and mitigate some of the damage that this Singed is doing, since he does have a Rod of Ages, and is becoming a little bit of a problem. He's being very smart about very proactive ward placement. Oh, LeBlanc is going to take the blue, realize, oh no. But I think Singed can take LeBlanc if he is not careful. Realizes that it isn't worth it. Oh, who gets it? LeBlanc does end up getting it. Well done. They did end up blowing the Insanity Potion from Singed. But here comes Tyler, hoping to do exactly this. He's going to probably snare him with a bolo to get the root. Nope, he's going to let it die. Which is honestly the better of two choices, considering how most of his team was fairly low. And I believe Quinn is likely asking for help bottom lane. But it's one of those, the gold lead is starting to become a little bit of an issue. And they have Dragon Timer up, they have pink wards. Honestly, purple team is playing very, very well right now. Tyler is doing a lot of work kills-wise and is doing what he can, but he cannot carry the whole team. Good ult, picks up the Sona. Although the root from Varus, here comes Tyler, realizes that things are not good here. Tries to ghost, but gets withered by Nasus. Malphite dies as he does. Gonna keep diving it. Shin ult coming in, should be able to get a good taunt off. Nice bouncing by Tyler. Nasus is getting kind of low. They're chasing the wrong target. They need to take out Swain. Swain is an incredibly huge target right now. Shin going way too deep on one kill and will die as a result. With the nice Corrupted Bolt and Laser Bird combo. Oh, good pickup on the arrow by the Varus. Quinn dying. Oh, he's picking up the kill, but still dying. Giving a double kill to Varus. There was just no situation where that was well. He should have merely just backed away, let him die. LeBlanc dies to a Singed dive, who was building a good amount of AP. Now, let's say they think Singed is right there. Singed is not. He does not care at all what you think. Tries to goop, likely won't make anything happen of it. Varus is just simply taking golems in the meantime while Singed does mad work to the tower. He does pull aggro from the tower by the poison trail. Here comes the combo, and he's going to die provided you can get one more snare. Oh, flash. Will it pick up anything? Does he have a Q and ult? No, but the tower might grab him. He is going to get away. And they won't even be able to follow up due to the Swain right there. Oh, Laser Bird slows him. Swain could have easily turned and killed Rengar right there if he wanted to. Oh, that Singed is incredibly big right now. 408 movement speed. He is fairly quick. Quicker than Rengar, so there's no... Quicker than Rengar and Malphite, so there was no conceivable situation where they would be able to catch that. But realizing that, just backed off, knowing that nothing would happen. Yes, purple team is playing it phenomenally now. They have, what, a 7k gold lead and first 3 towers. Yeah, the first tier of towers. It is looking awfully rough for blue team right now. Goes for a Hex Drinker. It does have some Bone Tooth Necklace stacks. He has 4 trophies right now, which just gives him armor pin and cooldown reduction. Shen is getting way too... Oh, he's getting way too out there. Good snare by the LeBlanc, but only to be answered by a Swain snare. And for some conceivable reason, Shen decides to ult, forces Tyler to go in and get chunked for an unnecessarily large amount of damage. So he might get caught out by the Nasus though. If he does, he's... I don't think... Oh, will he grab it? Nasus ult is down, but he realizes that. Just trades an ult for an ult and gets out. Realizing that Nasus is a very, very big target with a lot of ability to kill him. Swain hanging out mid lane like nothing's happening. Quinn has red buff for some reason. And Singed is doing what Singed do and just simply mad pushing top lane. Going for what likely a Rylai's Crystal Scepter right now. But he's so tanky they cannot fight. Just land one more snare if you can. Oh, don't fight in the poison trail. He is such a big target, and LeBlanc is dying to wolves. Trying to supplement her gold, which she cannot do. Oh, if this Singed knew. They have a ward right there. Singed could turn around and kill if he wants to. But he is feeling incredibly confident. I missed a kill, but it's Swain. He's incredibly big, and Malphite got caught out and got stupid. And now Singed is doing free damage to their inhibitor turret, which is not good. Pops Insanity Potion and just gets out of dodge. Now, so, yep, Varus with all of that attack speed from the Phantom Dancer and Berserker Greave combo. More than enough attack speed to be incredibly annoying when it comes to
Blue
pushes.
team's turret has been destroyed.
Quinn is, to all effort, doing valiantly. Although there is reinforcements coming from top by both sides. Here come... Oh! Ghost in. Roll by the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Whole team is there. Needs to disengage right now. Quinn is dead. Oh, Sona ult catches Rengar and Shin. Shin's going to die. Renekton's not going to care at all. Pops the ult. Goes on to the LeBlanc. But it's... Oh, a very choice ult by Malphite. Picks up the kill. But ends up just feeding it more, making Swain an incredibly huge target, going 9-2. This very well might be it, folks. Unless they pull just like an incredibly, like a really good strong ace and can somehow push down all of the towers. Yes, yeah, Malphite's best choice right now is to just walk away. It's better to let them have the inhibitor and try to wait for the rest of the team to get up. Because now Quinn and Rengar is up, which should be enough to take out what little kind of wave might be coming in. Because it's not even a siege minion in this wave. And they're just rotating mid, slowly, methodically taking down towers.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That's it, folks. Good game by them. So, I mean... that was a little bit sad, to be entirely honest. Now, yeah, I mean, they kind of just got outplayed. I mean, it wasn't a complete stomp. I'm not saying that at all. It's just, it could have easily gone better for them. So, I mean, good plays, maybe a little bit more aggression possibly could have been nice against the very early pushing Singed, even though he had wards. The point would be to buy Shin breathing room while Shin could get some sort of farm. He didn't have any health to try and stack very well with any of his abilities, really, with key strikes or shields or Vorpal blades. He had to build a lot of resistances to stay alive in lane. And that made him stay alive in lane. He did fine in the farm, but Singed just easily got the better of the situation, as you can tell by much more farm and just much more kills. I mean, hell, if we go back to this point right now, where are we at? Okay, we are at 5 minutes in the game right now. Now, alright, because Singed was an incredibly big player, and so was Swain. But we'll take a moment to kind of examine Singed and where you could possibly do any sort of work. Now, yes, okay, prime example. Even if you knew that Singed picked up wards just by hovering over his inventory, Rengar could have went around the long way, which I know is a very tedious way, but for example, at the 5-minute mark, could have went from where he was right now, immediately after Wolves. Now, if I'm right, for this point, he actually goes... Now let's up the speed on this. He goes mid, which is right for right now to answer this team fight. See, this is the kind of plays where they did incredibly well. After their team started to get cocky, this is the plays that they needed. Was to do things like this, and just catch out big targets like Swain. But at this point, you couldn't go bottom. At this point, bottom was kind of just doomed. They weren't about to say, like, you cannot do anything like this, but you have to say, you have to answer these these Singed pushes. It's the only real way that you can do, kind of like help Shin to do well in lane. Shin cannot reliably stand against the consistent damage of the Poison Trail by Singed. Or Shin cannot deal with Singed Poison Trail. That's going to get annoying real quick. So, I mean, even if it's warded, as you see in a moment, if y'all would have saw earlier, like, he goes back to place this ward in like a minute when this goes to get very, very low. So he just pushes his waves up, which is smart. He pushes his waves up, realizes that he's not going to be able to do anything, and goes right here. Alright, at this moment, at the very least, because if I'm right in the next minute or so, I'm pretty sure Rengar comes from right here and tries to gank right here and recognizes the fact that it's warded. So let's check if he does. Now, alright, now, farm's a little more, it's fine. Top's still very pushed. Now, right here, Singed knows and sees Rengar, and if I'm right, in the next couple of seconds, he actually just goes back right now. That point right there. That clearly telegraphs the fact that that is warded. A good pink or an oracle's early on could have really bought Tyler some map pressure. And I know what you all are thinking right now. Why are you focusing so much on the Rengar? This is not only because jungle is really my main role. It's what I love to do. And I also kind of want to help my friends out, if at all possible. And I figured, hell, why not? If I can make videos and help my friends out, why not? But anyway, back to the point that I was trying to make. Early oracles could have at least killed this ward and showed Singed that you were around. But even right now, when you saw him leave this lane and back up, you should have immediately recognized the fact that it was warded. And you knew that you had to assume that in the worst case scenario that this would be warded for the next 3 minutes, which would have made him have to wait until 10 minutes to use river ganks. Now, also, he can't sit around so long with... When it comes to mid, LeBlanc was, honestly, she was getting kind of crapped on for the majority of the game. And after a certain point, you still have to try and gank, even if it's warded. I understand. But it's one of those... He could have went in, landed a snare bolo, and gotten some free damage off by the LeBlanc. That's all you had to do to try and help mid lane not suck a little more. Albeit, she did pick a LeBlanc, which is kind of a crap pick to begin with, but that's fine. And also, about my earlier point, right, like, here, he could have gone all the way up through here, through the tri-bush, and around to try and gank. Now, what does he end up doing? He tries going back again. Now, alright, yeah, Singed. I believe that's him pinging it. Exactly, this right there. Him walking into the bush when you knew, when you should have realized that it was a little bit more early on that it was warded. You are level 5, he is level 6. If I'm right, let's go back a couple of seconds. Alright. Speed it up to get to where our Rengar buddy is up here. Now, right about here. Now that is the ping. It doesn't matter who makes the ping. The ping is completely regardless. It does not matter. Now, as you can see, Rengar has a full ferocity bar. In order to do any sort of work against a Singed, who, mind you, is Tyler's main character, really, if I was going to say any, who has Ghost and Insanity Potion, well, Ghost and Insanity Potion, so that's right, in the right order, you would have had to have used the Bolo to get the snare as opposed to the extra attack speed for a couple of seconds. Because of right here... Now, what did he use that on? Hang on, let's go back like a couple of seconds. I want to make certain that I'm not talking out of my ass when I say this. Alright, now... There we go. Now here's the play. Now let's slow it down to a quarter times the speed. And let's get a good look on Tyler right now. Okay. So let's see what he uses. Mind you, at this point right now, the Shin is not ready to respond. He is too far out. So you have to, in order for this gang to make any level of damage, you would have to use the Bolo strike or whatever. It is a Bola, forgive me. But if I'm right, he uses Savagery, which would be fine if Shin was here to land a taunt. But he was too reliant on Shin being aware and being able to be in position. So let's watch this. Here it comes. And he clearly didn't Bolo, otherwise you would have Boloed from a range. It does, in fact, have a range. But watch. See, there's the Savagery bonus. Which means there is nothing keeping Singed in this fight right now. There's nothing forcing him to stay in this fight. Shin ulting over would have no point. She wouldn't have to flash, maybe land a Shadow Dash. but he doesn't. And the second after Singed gets chunked by the initial combo, lands the slow. Notice how the slow doesn't matter. You pop all of your moves, Singed hasn't even popped Ghost yet, and he's just regening through most of your damage. And the fact that he's chasing right now a level 7 Singed who has, what, rank 4 of... Yeah, he's just doing so much work. The Shin, right here, when Shin messed up in the response and didn't even continue in the right path, he should have disengaged when he was right there. But he didn't, which is a little bit of a mistake. But he stands in the poison for too long, and it's one of those, just a more properly executed gank with, say, a proper bolo strike into trying and to, like, do what you can. It's just, that was a very just avoidable gank that, if done properly, not only on Rengar's part, but on Shin's part as well. To where Tyler was clearly the one who pinged the earlier ping, where it pinged right up here. But Shin wasn't in response, so you have to... He would have had to be in response for that to work. And the second, also, that you didn't use a rooted, like, bolo, you should have just... Or bola, you should have just gotten out. Now... Alright, now... Oh, here's a valid point. Now, right here, or it's very soon, that how earlier I made the point of... There it is, right there. Now, earlier I made the point of how... Say how Swain is becoming a very, very big monster right now with 56 AP as opposed to LeBlanc's 29. And Swain is certifiably winning his lane. Now, the earlier gank down here where they just simply caught out, the Swain when he was getting very, very cocky and trying to, like, make plays and make kills. Right now, if he was watching or paying attention, he could have possibly capitalized on the snare from the LeBlanc and maybe gotten a good kill or a good amount of chunk. But Swain just waddles back in the lane, full health, ult up, ready to go. So, I mean, really, those are probably, like, the biggest points right now that I could really make as points of improvement. And, you know, we'll just speed this up a little bit. Just let directed camera take this while I try and talk about the rest of this. So, I mean, really, all that you could hope to do was to try and make... See, also, if they would have been... They had ward control. Tyler should have... Okay, well, if Tyler was a little bit quicker in his clear, he would have been down in this fight a little bit sooner. And also, they were just mobilizing as a team much, much sooner. So, I mean, hell. Let's end it back to get it back to the end for our last little.
Blue team's turret
All
has
right.
been destroyed.
Now wait a couple seconds. See, and at this point, it's just so much of a monster.
Has been destroyed.
Rengar built full damage, and their team didn't really have a reliable tank in the form of Shin, who built resistances, which is nice, but that was only for his lane. He didn't build for his team comp. And Malphite built a little bit too much in the way of GP10s and not enough tankiness to justify him being a support, air quotes that you can't see me making. But, I mean, it ends pretty soon. And it's one of those, I mean, it's just very, very minor things that Rengar could have done to stop this. This does end,
Blue
right?
team's
Soon?
turret has been destroyed.
Also, oh god, that's violent. Also, random pro flashes from here to here, followed by nothing, didn't quite help either. So what we have is a little bit of a still. Now, so in short, I suppose really the points you could have worked on at its finest would have been more properly chaining Rengar skills together to hopefully synergize with a remotely not stupid Shin. But that's a little less. I mean, a little bit is Tyler. It is your fault for when you watch this, because I will link this to you. It is your fault also for not say, properly chaining your skills together, but that's minor stuff. You relied also a little bit too much on, say, the Shin being, like, more aware of his surroundings, which is also a little bad. And you would have had to save mid at that point, also, earlier on. I mean, for the love of God, Swain is so big right now. He's an incredibly large target who gives not for your flippantry. So, I mean, really, point could have been a little bit just better control over characters earlier on. And honestly, you had to save mid lane, I mean, more than you did. All she got was a Deathfire Grasp, which doesn't do anything if she doesn't have the farm to follow it up. Prime example, at the end of the game, a 2-4-1 with 69 farm to 129 with 9 kills, 2 and 4. You cannot let mid get this out of control. And I'm not saying go for mad kills all game. I'm not. Actually, you know, let's get some random point in the game. Provide more interesting stuff. But you cannot let Swain get as big as he is right now. So you would have had to go just gank earlier mid and gank more often. You would have had to let LeBlanc be your anchor. She would have had to thrive during early game, and she didn't get the chance to do that. And that's part of on her, you know, on her choosing LeBlanc, and also on you for not providing more support, really. I mean, but short of that, you played, honestly, besides that, like, one real noticeable hiccup, you played fine. You just would have had to just rely, or you had to find an anchor, really. So if there's any one real big point, is that you would have had to usually find a better anchor, and mids are usually your anchor. Like, Shin is not going to carry his lane top lane, and you know that, which is fine, I understand, but, I mean, you kind of showed top a little bit more love just because Sindh was more pushed. You would have had to show LeBlanc more love because she's more of an early game carry. You would have had to help her thrive in her scenario. And also, before I go, points like this. I mean, I understand that, like, there's only so much you can do. Does he instantly go mid, at least? No, alright, she's dead. The second you saw that kill coming, like, also, little map aware points like that, but that might also just be effective. After a certain point, you probably just declared triage on her, which is also fine. So, I mean, at the end of the day, real big points are that you just have to, like, you have to find your anchor. That's all you have to do. Is just find your anchor and feed that person to all living hell. If you would have done that, maybe LeBlanc would have been a bigger like threat, considering how a lot of times your mid player will be your anchor to catapult them further. So I mean, I think that's all I really can provide. And say if any of you watching want to say debate points or make your own suggestions, or Tyler, if you want to make suggestions, because I know you're going to get really angry when I say these things. See, also, points like this. You awesome. Just being more map aware like that, and knowing. It's just one of those you just have to, like, yeah, just find your anchor. That's all you had to do. Is your really big point. And outside, again, of that one little fluke, I mean, you performed very well and very solidly. If not, except for the fact of just a little more early aggression. So, I think that's it, you guys. That might be all. I have no idea how long this recording is, but fuck it, we'll find out. And this might be edited down, it might not be. So, as for me, that's it, that's all, and I will see you guys next time.